Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiriye. Nashtuprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So continuing with the discussion on Nectar of Instruction, today we are starting new verse, verse number 4. So Rupa Goswami says, Dadati prati grinati goyam makyati prichati bhakti bhojate cheva shadvidam priti lakshanam. So far he described, Rupa Goswami, the first 3 verses was, what are the different urges to control? What are the different shad dosh in bhakti that can destroy our bhakti? And what are the 6 gunas, if we cultivate, they can really help us in making spiritual progress or making progress in bhakti. Now, we have made progress, according to Rupa Goswami. Now, progress, as he explained 2 things in both second verse and third verse, is about the association. So, not associating with karmis or yogis or jnanis or other people, but at the same time, we have to associate with the devotees. Now, how to associate with the devotees? What is because association cannot be just impersonal association. It has to be personal. So there has to be some feeling of affection, some feeling of closeness with the devotees, because we are leaving the closeness or attachment, and man is a social animal, so we need some society to be associated with some like-minded devotees. So what should be the quality of association, and what should we do in the association? So Rupa Goswami says, offering gifts in charity, dadati, and then accepting charitable gifts also, pratigranati, revealing one's mind in confidence, guyam makhyatvi and prichati, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada, means accepting prasada, bhunkte, and offering prasada, bhojyate, are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada and offering prasada. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when we talk about not associating with karmis or just anybody and everybody who's not a devotee, he says, if there is no such dealings, these 6 dealings with others, then it's not associating with them. We are not associating with them. We're just, okay, acquaintance is there, somebody known to us is there, but it's not called association. Association means these 6 symptoms of love, not for exploitation, like offering gifts in charity and accepting charitable gifts. Got charitable gifts, not bribe. And revealing one's mind in confidence, not hoping or expecting the other person to put it on WhatsApp and Facebook in next 10 minutes, whatever we reveal in confidence. Because everybody has issues. Everybody has some problems. He wants to either take it out of his heart, or he really want to know, what should I do? And if we break his confidence, then put it on the news for everybody, that's not good. Or just like in outside world, they say "Moka dekh ke chauka lagana." That's not a symptom of love. That's not Vaishnavism either. Accepting, inquiring confidentially, and accepting prasad and offering prasad. Not that through prasad, just like maybe it will come later in the purport. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to be invited in Jagannath Puri by different Brahmins, and Advaita Acharya was there with his wife, and he invited, not Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was there and he invited Mahaprabhu to his house for prasad, and his wife had prepared huge feast for Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu sat down and he said, man, what we have done, you have made such a elaborate feast, how am I going to eat? And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you can eat anything. And by lovingly, he was offering and serving Mahaprabhu. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's brother-in-law was whose name was Amogha. No, not brother, I'm sorry, son-in-law. Son-in-law was there, Amogha. And Amogha was very, very envious person at heart. And Amogha came over there. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya knew his heart, and he was standing there with a stick in his hand to beat him up, to get him out. But somehow Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya got busy, and Amogha came and he saw Mahaprabhu eating so much. He said, see, I knew you are not a sannyasi, you are eating so much of prasadam, it's not good for sannyasi, and this and that. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya ran after him with a stick, and Amogha ran away. But this is not how we accept or offer prasad to each other. Idea is the devotees should be served very well. Prabhupada used to get so much of offerings of prasad. Of course, Prabhupada won't eat it all, but devotees out of love, they would offer him lots and lots of prasadam. But this is 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So let's see what Prabhupada says. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explains how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. So now, with the 3rd verse, we have made some progress in bhakti, and one of the main things in bhakti, as I said, is association of other devotees. So how to perform devotional service? So there are 6 kinds of activities. Giving charity to the devotees, accepting from the devotees whatever they may offer in return. Opening one's mind to the devotees, inquiring from them about the confidential service of the Lord. Honoring prasad, the spiritual food given by the devotees, and feeding the devotees with prasad. An experienced devotee explains, and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. So an experienced devotee explains, an inexperienced devotee learns from him. Actually, this is the way we make progress. Also by serving other devotees, no doubt about it. But it's not like we can study the scriptures and understand and learn them on our own. Not going to happen. We learn by listening, by hearing from other devotees. So that also means when we meet devotees, this should be our topic of conversation. But generally, our topic of conversation is, oh, did you hear the latest rumor, latest episode in the temple, or this devotee did this and that devotee did this? This is our real topic of conversation these days. But this is not how we're going to make progress, and not how the other devotee is going to make progress. Then what's the point in discussing these topics? If we are in management, yes, we can discuss, but that's just some part of discussion. It cannot be the whole discussion. This is Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. Guhyam, confidential topics. When a devotee distributes prasad, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of God, in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasad as a Lord's grace received through the pure devotee. Now it's called prasad. Prasad means mercy of the Lord. Prasad, that's what prasad literally means. So why it is prasad? Because what we offer to the Lord, when we cook anything for the Lord's pleasure, we offer with love and devotion, the Lord accepts it. Now, yes, according to my devotion and my surrender, I'm going to offer, and Lord says He accepts it, but depends upon how much love and devotion and surrender I have. He's going to accept it accordingly. Just like if suppose Srila Prabhupada is cooking and he is offering to the Lord, and I'm cooking and offering, there's a huge difference of my surrender compared to Srila Prabhupada. So obviously his cooking, Krishna is going to accept to a better degree. But he is completely independent in adding his mercy to the prasad, to the bhoga that he accepted, then he gives us at prasad. It's all his mercy, whatever he gives in return. But nevertheless, it all becomes spiritual because we have at least sincerely tried to cook with love and devotion and offer with love and devotion. Yes, slowly we make progress, then our quality of surrender will increase, quality of love and devotion will increase. So the prasad definitely has mercy of the Lord. And Prabhupada said, in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasad as a Lord's grace received through the pure devotees. To maintain our spirit of devotional service. See, devotional service, humility is the backbone of devotional service. Without humility, we cannot make progress. We cannot even sustain core bhakti. And with humility, with devotion, when we accept the prasad at a devotee's house, however rich he may be and however not so rich he may be. Of course, we studied in the first verse that if we accept somebody's invitation just because we know we'll get very sumptuous prasadam, that can hamper our progress. So we just need to learn how to honor prasad wherever we get it, and that makes us humble and makes us progress in bhakti. And then Prabhupada says we should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasad, and be prepared to please them in all respects. This is called bhunkte bhojate cheva. So this service of offering prasad and accepting prasad is very much recommended. And Prabhupada said, be prepared to please them in all respects. Of course, when we invite devotees to our place for prasad, again, our attempt should be that we inquire confidential how to make progress, and there should be some Krishna Katha, some Krishna Kirtan, and then prasadam distribution. And that makes the whole atmosphere very, very pure, very, very spiritual. And then Prabhupada further says, even in ordinary social activities, these 6 types of dealings between 2 loving friends are absolutely necessary. And it happens. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel, feast or a meeting in a hotel where they eat, and over the feast, he openly expresses what he wishes to do. He then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. But that's more like, as Prabhupada said, it's a business dealing, and their motto is how to make money, how to make profit, both of them. But in the process, they feed each other, they eat, and then they exchange some gift, could be bribe and could be some other gifts, just to make money. And in that, those dealings, they're very, very professional. Very professional. They might show some love, but there is no love in that. There's just love for money or love for profit. That's all it is. But Prabhupada said, thus, whenever there is a dealing of priti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with the devotees. Sangatyagat sato vritte. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. This society was started single-handedly, yes, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world. We are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities, and people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines, dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. So, especially this prasadam distribution, as Prabhupada says, we sometimes hold Hare Krishna festivals and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasad. Although most of our members come from the higher rungs of society, they nonetheless come and take whatever little prasad we are able to offer them. So yes, in the beginning days, there were devotees from some were hippies, or some were from higher echelons or rungs of society. But nowadays, people come from every part of society, and they do appreciate prasad that is offered Krishna in ISKCON temples. In the West, and I can vouch for myself, first thing when I went to the temple, yes, I was attracted by the deities, by the kirtan, by the dancing. I didn't understand a single word of Bhagavad Gita in the lecture, I have to admit. But what hooked me on was prasadam. Prasadam, Sunday feast, if you go, and there's wonderful vegetarian Sunday feast going on, and it was really, really spiritual and very sumptuous, very tasty. And I was hooked on. And it wasn't that I went next Sunday. It just went after a few weeks. The prasadam really catches us. And the prasadam, and in America, at least I can say definitely in America, most of the people, or outside India, most of the people join because of prasad. In fact, once, I think Radhanath Maharaj was saying in his lecture that this Sunday feast, in earlier days, they used to cook lots of gulab jamuns in Sunday feast. Sunday feast used to be there, puri, sabji, rice, dal. For the sweet, they would have lots and lots of gulab jamuns. And Radhanath Maharaj was saying once some devotee was preaching to a person who came and he was eating. And devotee was preaching. And this devotee had full bowl of gulab jamuns with him. And devotee was preaching, and the person, he was interested, not interested why he was eating. So devotee put one gulab jamun in his plate, and he ate that gulab jamun. And now he wanted the rest of the gulab jamuns, but the devotee wouldn't give him. And he kept on preaching, and after a while, he would put another gulab jamun in his plate, and he kept on preaching. And the other devotee got hooked on. And I won't say right away, I think very soon he just joined the movement. He just came to the ashram. And Prabhupada called his gulab jamuns as ISKCON bullets. But this is how devotees preached. And of course, we don't recommend anybody doing that, but the brahmacharis in those days, they would cook whole day on Sunday and prepare wonderful feast, and then there's gulab jamun, and then they amazing kirtan, because this is how I also joined. At Sunday feast, kirtan was really amazing, and the Prabhuji who would chant and make us dance, and his thing was, if I don't see your kurta wet with the sweat, kirtan is not going to stop. Kirtan will go on. So he would make us dance, jump up and down, and make sure our kurtas are wet with the sweat. And then the Sunday feast, and then we would eat. And these brahmacharis were in the temple. Now, after the gulab jamuns are served, what to do with the syrup that is left? Chasni. They say you cannot throw it away because it's offered to Krishna. So they would drink the whole syrup up, all the brahmacharis. They sit down and drink the whole syrup at night. And then they would, if they are tired, they would sleep, otherwise they will just chant. But this is how they make progress. This is how they used to do this Sunday feast. That's why Sunday feast is very, very successful in ISKCON. But obviously, every temple has its own way. But accepting prasad at ISKCON temple, this is what Prabhupada's main hooking thing was. And then when they study the literature, then they really like it. They carry on. And also, besides gulab jamun, the thing at ISKCON, the prasad at ISKCON temple that is very, very popular is khichdi. Everybody loves ISKCON khichdi. And it's all over the world. It's not just in Delhi or anywhere. It's all over the world. They just love khichdi of ISKCON. And this prasad is very, very powerful, very potent. If our preaching doesn't work, prasad definitely works. And so many people have joined because of prasada. And it really goes in and purifies the person. Sometimes it takes long time, but sometimes short time. But the person really gets hooked on. In fact, I'll just talk about prasadam only because I want to stop here. There was this terrorist. What's this called? Huji, the terrorist organization from Pakistan. So in Bangalore temple, he was kept, not temple, the Bangalore jail, he was there. So, and from Bangalore temple, this food for life program or midday meal program, they would serve, Akshay Patra was serving prasadam over there. And it was his time to be shifted to another prison. And he requested the jailer, please don't send me to another prison. I like the prasadam here, the food that you give. So please keep me here. That's all. I'm not going to do anything. I just keep me here. I don't want to go anywhere else. So he really made this request, and he was kept. He was Fuji, whatever its full form is. So this is how people do get hooked on to the prasadam, and that's because of by the purity how we prepare prasadam, how we offer to the Lord, and Lord adds His mercy to the food that is offered, and it becomes prasad. Okay, so I guess I can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments?
हरी बोल बिग प्रोपोर्शन प्रभु जी प्रसादम के लिए हरी बोल सुबह सुबह you're reminding me of all the gulab jamuns and syrups diabetic people तो बेचारे वो सोच रहे होंगे कि कहाँ फंस गए आज
नहीं तो शुगर फ्री डाल के आप करो
I know
प्रभु जी उसको पायस में भी तो यूज कर सकते हैं वो खीर वगैरह में लेटर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम
क्या कर
खीर जो बनता है ना
whatever option is there
यूटिलाइज दैट बट वो तो चढ़ गया रहता है ना इसलिए प्रसाद चढ़ा रहता है इसलिए शायद इधर डिवोटीज देमसेल्फ कैन एंड दे कैन नॉट बिकॉज जब तक कि वो ऑफर नहीं होगा कृष्णा को तब तक वो लेंगे नहीं दैट्स व्हाई मे बी दे आर टेकिंग स्ट्रेट अवे चाशनी हो सकता है
but devotees did that. They did that. Yes, Prabhu.
मेरे को याद है प्रभु जी जब हम एक बार गोवर्धन यात्रा में गए थे तो इट वाज एन एकादशी एंड तब तो मैं व्रत तो कुछ रखता नहीं था ना कुछ माला फाला करता था नीरजा के साथ गया था तो वी स्टॉप्ड एट एन उद्धव कुंड तो वहां से वो कमल क्या नाम था उनका कलाकांत प्रभु जी आए गोवर्धन उधर से टेम्पल से एक टेम्पो लोड आया था प्रसादम का ये प्रसादम हो रहा है कि एकादशी हो रही है क्या खाना हो रहा है एंड आई थिंक अबाउट 8 canisters were there with different kind of items then I said कि मैं भी उस दिन से मैंने बोला मैं भी एकादशी रखूंगा भाई अगर इतना ही खा रहा था एकादशी इतनी वैरायटी मिल रही है मैं भी एकादशी रखूंगा मेरे को नहीं पता था मेरे को भूखा मारेगी नीरजा बाद में घर में but that was really
फिर तो फंस गए आप प्रसादम के चक्कर में फंस गए
बिल्कुल but that was really a moment and if this is the prasadam which you get on ekadashi I'll also keep ekadashi
advertising
and not just now he loves to feed. He loves to feed everybody so much prasadam.
Marketing department है वो प्रसाद.
Yeah. And Jagannath Prabhu Prasad is definitely out of this world.
प्रभु जी आप बार-बार जगन्नाथ जी का प्रसादम का जिक्र करते हो and you don't make a plan for it. This is really not good.
Let's see. क्या होता है.
अशोक प्रभु जी भी नहीं साथ देते ना वो भी नहीं प्लान करते. अशोक प्रभु जी नेक्स्ट टाइम
जब कैप्टन ही नहीं आ रहे हैं तो मैं क्या करूंगा जब तक कैप्टन नहीं आएंगे तब तक हम क्या करेंगे बाहर.
हाँ ये भी बात ठीक है.
नहीं he can take Radha Prabhu is there. But chalo, I guess we can stop here. You all have a safe and wonderful Krishna Prasadam day. Hari Bo.
Thank you Prabhu ji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri